Good afternoon, you're welcome once again to the news on Flip. I am Christian Chico. Let's take a look at the top headlines. Nollywood actress Tonto Ibrahim set to run for deputy governor. With Tinubu we stand, South APC leaders confirm. No bail for Kanu, that's from Buhari. In business, federal government investigate gas deposits in Enugu. Now sports, FIFA approves 20 squad players. Let's take a look at the news in detail. The Rivers State African Democratic Congress governorship candidate Tonto Ibrahim has nominated popular actress Tonto Ibrahim as his running mate. The actress announced her nomination on Instagram on Friday while sharing their government's plan if elected into office during the next year's election. When elected, she said the administration would invest massively in social protection and create social value for the youths. She wrote, "I thank Mr. Tonto Ibrahim, the governorship candidate of the African Democratic Congress, Rivers State, for nominating me as his running mate." DK listed that their manifesto includes investing massively in social protection, creating a social value system for young people, increased women inclusion in the system of governance. Others are supporting small businesses and strengthening traditional institutions to be active players in the drive to bring sustainable development to the good people of Rivers State. DK, however, urged people of the state, particularly the youth, to register and get their permanent voter card to ensure the vote during the election. Leaders of the South-South zone of the All Progressives Congress have thrown their weight behind the presidential flag bearer of the party, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, ahead of the 2023 general elections. While addressing journalists in Abuja, National Chairman of the APC South-South Zone, Victor Giadom, disclosed that they have asked all members of the party from the 6 states in the geopolitical zone to help Tinubu achieve his presidential ambition next year. Giadom made a statement after hours of closed-door meeting with a delegation of the South-South leaders, including former governor of Edo State, Adams Oshomole, former Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, former national chairman of the APC, John Odigeyegun, Senate Deputy President, Ovie Omagege, and former Deputy Governor of Edo State, Lucky Imasuen. According to him, the APC is determined and will do whatever it takes to ensure that Tinubu successfully takes over the governance of the country from the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, after the 2023 general election. He said, "We congratulate Asiwaju Bola Tinubu for emerging as the presidential candidate of our party and thank him for the steps he has so far taken to unite those who contested that election with him and to assure him that the South-South zone will support his ticket. We therefore urge all party members in the South-South zone to embrace the presidential ticket of our party to ensure victory in 2023. The President, Muhammadu Buhari, on Thursday ruled out bail for the detained leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. He said Kanu, who is currently on trial, was being given every opportunity under the law to justify all uncomplimentary things sent against Nigeria while he was in Britain. This was as he reiterated his commitment to leave office for the next administration in May 2023. According to a statement by a special advisor on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, the president, said this at a bilateral meeting with the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson on the margins of the 26th Commonwealth Head of Government meeting in Kigali, Rwanda. The statement was titled, "Another Term for Me. No, the first person who tried it didn't end well." On notions that Kanu was not allowed to see his lawyers privately, the president said the detained separatist is being given every opportunity under the law to justify all the uncomplimentary things he said against Nigeria while he was in Britain. He felt very safe in Britain and said awful things against Nigeria. We eventually got him when he stepped out of the United Kingdom and we sent him to court. Let him defend all that he said there. He said, considering Kanu's jumping of bail earlier, the federal government may not consider granting him such a privilege anymore. Buhari said his lawyers have access to him. Remember, he jumped bail before How are we sure he won't do it again if he's admitted to bail? In business, the federal government experts and operators in the oil sectors are investigating the possibility of gas deposits in Enugu State, particularly around the vicinity of Caritas University, following the fire incident that raged for weeks from a gas reservoir in the institution. Also, the government announced that it had embarked on a survey of hydrocarbon deposits across the country as officials of the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, an agency of the federal government, stated that the fire from the gas reservoir at Caritas suddenly stopped on its own. The fire at the reservoir erupted on May 22nd, 2022, after workers who were drilling a borehole in the area noticed a gas leak from the site, which was discovered not to have erupted from a gas pipeline. The chief executive officer, Benga Komolafe, told journalists that investigations were ongoing at the site to ascertain the level of deposits in the reservoir. He also stated that other states in Nigeria were being surveyed for hydrocarbon deposits, as well as adding that this was being done by the federal government through the commission, its partner agencies and experts. Responding to a question on whether investigations were ongoing to determine the country's hydrocarbon deposits, Komolafe, who was represented by the Owerri Zonal Coordinator, NUPRC, and Norrance Madasu, said, yes, that is presently being done. Now to sports. FIFA will allow countries to select up to 26 players for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, increasing the maximum squad size by 3 for the November 21 December 18 tournament. The number of players to be included on the final list has been increased to at least 23 and a maximum of 26, FIFA said in a statement. World Football's governing body said the decision to expand squad was made and given the need to retain additional flexibility due to the unique timing of this year's competition, which will interrupt the European club season. FIFA also took into account the broader context of the disruptive effects caused by the COVID-19 pandemic on squads before and during tournaments. UEFA adopted similar changes for Euro 2020 last year meeting, demanding from coaches who feared they could lose players due to coronavirus. Prior to that, only 22 players were allowed in each squad at international tournaments. With that, we have come to the end of the news on Flip. I'm Christian Chiku. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.